This is Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works, and I am your Sunday blogger, Rosemary. Welcome. It's kind of late here, so I've got the light going on, and I hope it's going to be okay. My computer's down, but this will get uploaded either today or tomorrow. So today is Sunday afternoon or Sunday night. But anyway, the question, I remember what the question was. If I had 10 minutes, if I was on a stage and I wanted to talk to a group of people, what would be important to say about weight loss surgery? In my case, I've had gastric bypass. And I got to thinking about the question, and I think I've come up with some good answers. So remember to watch every day this week. There's a blogger every day this week, and I'm going to try and answer this question to the best that Rosemary knows how to answer it, okay, guys? So it's, nothing like, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a counselor, I'm just a person that has been out 6 years. And so if I could tell you anything, the first thing I would say before you even had gastric bypass, this would be pre-op, would be, or post-op, pre-op, whatever. I never get them right. But the first thing I would tell you is create good habits. Work on that. That will make you a success. It's going to take hard work is the second thing I would tell you. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be, I wake up today and I feel like exercising. Today I wake up and I feel like only eating fruit and vegetables and my protein. It's not going to be like that. We live in the real world, and so the best advice I could give you is to plan. Plan your days. Plan would be a key that, opens up your world, right? Yeah, follow that plan. Anywhere and everywhere you go, you can always make right choices. You want to go to that fancy restaurant, you can always find healthy choices. Fast food, even fast food places, if you just happen to, that's the only place you can go to, there is not always the best choice, but you can make good choices. There is ways. Now, I would suggest never to make it a habit to go to fast food restaurants. Try and cook yourself. Make it your choice. Since you took the time to have surgery, to rearrange the inside of you, do that for you. Make those good choices for you. Do everything possible to make it happen so that you can come out on the other side a better weight loss surgery peep. So it's going to take you making those choices. If it's all possible, do your cooking at home. I'm saying, everybody wants to go to a nice restaurant and go somewhere sometimes, but make good choices, It's possible. I know that it's possible. The next thing I'm going to tell you is probably one of the most important things that I have learned this year, is to exercise. Every day it changes you. It changes in here, and your outer appearance. I know at the beginning it was hard to work an hour a day. I do an hour and a half a day now. I get my hour in the morning, and I get a half an hour in the afternoon. And I work 5 days a week, and I let my body rest 2 days a week. And you can do it any way you want. You could do every other day. You could do, it's what your body can handle. And I told many people, you don't have to start with an hour. But once you get that exercise in and you see the changes, changes will come. I'm going to tell you, the first 6 weeks, I was dying. I was like, I don't see any results. I wanted to give up. And I had a good friend. He's my brother-in-law, Alfred, say something to me that meant the world to me. And I know that Alfred watches sometimes my videos, and I want to say thank you right now to Alfred. Thank you so much, sweetie, because it meant a lot to me. He told me that it would take 6 weeks to see a change. Even if it was a small change, I was going to see a change. I was being impatient. I wanted to see a change, like, okay, I'm doing everything right. What's going on with this body? And I did see a change. It was a small change in 6 weeks. And at the end of 6 months, I saw a drastic change. And I don't want to look back. I want to keep going forward. So anyway, I'll get off my soapbox about the exercise. But I can tell you that it is a huge change. I bought some coats about a year ago at a thrift. And I got to show the difference, that I look in them. And I just had one on for church today. And let me tell you, it is a huge difference. So and it was only 6 months ago that I started my exercise regime at an hour and a half. So I am so proud of my non-scale victory that I will have to share it on Gastric Rose's channel. Sometime this week I'm going to put that video out. Okay, then the next thing would be to stop the excuses. No more excuses, guys. We can do excuses until we're blue in the face. We know them excuses. We know them. We can tell lies to ourselves. We can say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it. I'll eat these chips right now. I'll do extra walking tomorrow. Stop the excuses. Stop. And when I'm going this way, I got 2 pointing back. Stop the excuses. I'll say, that's enough. I'm not even going to say any more, because you know what your excuses are. I know what my excuses were and are, because I still can make excuses. But I'm going to take that responsibility to stop. I'm responsible for me. And I can tell you that I don't want to make up excuses anymore. I need to just do it and continue my good journey. Okay. Also, another good thing, portion control. When your doctor told you to only eat a cup of food, I don't know if I'm showing you this, but a cup of food or a half a cup of food, it was because he knew what your pouch was made of. He knows how big your pouch is. You should know how big your pouch is. Don't wait until you can't take one more bite because you're about to explode. Stop when you start feeling that uncomfortable feeling, or way ahead of that. If you know you've had a cup of food, then you should stop. I know that at the beginning you can only have 1/4, and then 1/2, and then 1 cup. And as a 6-year person out, I can tell you that I still can only eat a cup of food, and sometimes a half a cup. It just depends. So I know that portion control is very important. You start going over that, and your pouch starts to begin to want a little bit more. You don't want to get to that. Don't get to that. I challenge you. Right now, I challenge you. Do not get to the point where your stomach can hold more than a cup of food. You're not going to like it. You're not going to like what it does to your body. And the last thing, deal with your emotions. Deal with them. I'm kind of looking stern, because it's important to deal with it. You don't deal with your emotions, guess what? You're going to start eating a little bit of this, a little bit more, a little bit more. These are Crystal Light candies, and they've been here forever. They're so dusty. But you're going to want a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more of something that you are not dealing with. If you had an argument with your husband, go deal with your husband. Don't go open the refrigerator. If you're having issues with your kids, deal with your kids. Don't deal with the food refrigerator or the cupboard or wherever you have food. And another thing, do not bring food into your house that you know you're going to eat. Don't go to the bakery and buy donuts if you know that you cannot stay away from them. Do not bake a pie and have it in front of your house if you know, or have it in your house if you know you can't deal with it. Now, if you can deal with it, great. But if you know and you know that you're going to have that piece and you're going to have more than a sliver, don't do it. I'm a baker. So I'm talking to you with experience behind me. I'm a baker, and I will bake my heart out. But at night, when them cookies are sitting at the table, or that pie is sitting at the table, Rosemary wants a little sliver. Can't have too much because I'll dump. But but if it's not around, then I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna do it. So, deal with your emotions. Deal with not having the food in the house to begin with. Those are the things that if I was in front of a crowd and I had to give you the best advice that I could give you, that would be the advice I would give. I don't know if I would give it in the way I just presented it. Maybe I'd presented it a little bit better, but that's what I would say. You guys have a blessed week, and I will see you next Sunday. Bye for now. Mwah.